Morning, good afternoon, good evening to all some people all over the world. Today we've come again with another wonderful episode of our documentary interview and all that. As you know, we are passionate about Esan history, culture and tradition. And we follow it up the way it is because we don't want any of them to go into extinction. Today we have a very wonderful program that we are going to talk about. And this has to do with the seniority system in Esan land. As you all know, in Esan land, the most senior among the male becomes the senior or the eldest, as the law provides, as we always be doing all the while. When it comes to the women, it is the day a woman is married to a community that she is born into that community. Meaning, if you are 50 years and you got married 20 years ago, you are 20 years in that community as far as Esan is concerned. And if you are 40 years and you got married in that community 25 years ago, meaning you are 25 years in that community. That way, a 40-year-old woman married earlier than a 50-year-old woman is senior to the 50-year-old woman. That is by the wayside. Now, we are back to the issue of the men issue folk now, because our discussion today or our finding and research today has to do with men folk. There is a crisis in Ukoni Uromi today based on the issue of seniority. There is a problem because they said some section of Ukoni can become the most senior in Ukoni as a community. And they are hanging this on a known foundation, known to anybody. Hence, Ego Team decided to find out how this issue came about. Because we discover that when you decide to go against the tradition, there are going to be consequences about all those kind of things. Now we are on the studio, and with me is my brother who is also vast in Esan culture and Esan traditions, and he will be talking to us too because it looks strange to me, just as it looks strange to every other person. And I'm sure you want to chip in one or two things as we discuss this issue now. Sir, you are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you are welcome to Ego Studio.
Privilege.
Wow.
My honor with you today.
Yeah, I've just made a kind of short introduction because as an Esan man and an experienced man that is vast in traditions, please, I want to talk about the consequences of allowing people that are supposed to be senior to come up into seniority when it comes to Esan as a people.
Thank you very much. I remain my humble self, Prince Dr. Joseph Ujihewolo Ugigi, the president of United Uromi Youth Association of Uromi. I am glad making some contribution to the topic before us. Both of us will be dissecting on it. I grew up to meet a tradition which could be seen as a precedent that is governing us. In the community, we have what we call the topmost elders. There are 4. Out of the 4, you have the first one, who happened to be the most senior among them. And this person emerging or occupying that position is by birth, is by seniority, is by the number of age you have attained, and you must be the oldest in that community. So some persons, knowing that even person A is senior to them, they cultivated the habit of trying to look for one way or the other to put the most senior down. Why they become, maybe when they want to do a final rite, they usually give them leg of cow, money, powers and all of that. So because of that, you see them trying to take that seniority who by birth is not their right. So when I was growing, they used to make parable: if you use might, power or sorcery or any other power to occupy that position, you don't last for 3 months. They use 3 months as an example with what I was saying. That 3 months can be 1 day, can be 1 week, can be 1 month. What are they trying to say? If you take a position which is not your own, you won't last long in that seat. Okay. So I am saying, I'm using this medium to advise our elders, our co-youths and the children that they should try to uphold that our tradition, which we met in Esan land. It's not particularly about that village that has been mentioned in Uromi. I'm talking about Uromi and the entire Esan, so that we will not go astray, we will not offend our gods and the God Almighty who upheld the truth at all times. So I want to advise, if you know that you are not senior to a particular person, when they are saying who is the most senior in this place, don't, because people will support you or you have people who will bear witness in your favor, you go and take what does not belong to you. So remember, in our adage, when you take something that does not belong to you, you do receive conk on it. A conk can be anything. I pray that the right thing should be done so that we don't go astray. Thank you.
Yo, thank you very, very much. Yeah, now follow us as we take a stroll to Ukoni community. Now the three community they told us cannot be senior in Ukoni are Idumeka, Idumera, and Eso. Now, first we take our journey to Idumeka to interview the people there to find out from them if there has been a law of that nature known to them from history. Take a look at it as we move now. Esan yo Elena imiro no asunobi Uromi ma agmorebe alema ilo dono asunobi Uromi no chi wajo ne bo ebo bonle ibo jeye big manager oto Esan Odion olarelu ilojo bi ebo keke bi Esan aka si ko be yare bodo agborelu Odion ilojo si eko no opane da sunobi no ba oto Esan chi ohare be lo no se mana se na woni Elena le won idume kabi uto Ukoni bi ebo keke na ribo big manager eji big manager makerege Odion anosi dun also be oloyi agbo se wo gbegbe ogboye lo pano ma la won mi bi ako ge onania ge ono so be awaye re kidare ri odono ekoi na ndo ma na fe to ife ge ebe do na diario ale makerege ari bo to esa Odion arelu imino diario. Please, I want to say it a little in English language. We are here today in Ukoni to talk about the crisis rocking the seniority practice in Ukoni Uromi. From what we know in this land, seniority starts with the eldest in every community. You don't jump the eldest and bring on a younger one to become the eldest. But there is a kind of problem we are having here in Ukoni. There's a kind of crisis everywhere in Ukoni today. So I want to find out the truth about it. The parties involved, we are going to get interviewed to find out the truth about the issue. I am is here for Ego TV. Arasa. Arara. Yeah, my name is also known because Ilodomi Utokoni. But Nigeria is a Mama Locoris. Utomana Abu. Abu. Many Wakata Meno Atana. Nebulos Birasi. Okay. Now, Ukoni ni the boy Iran never killed it. And the boy never killed it. No much about that. Was it a one? Or a Joan, it was a partner one. You do a car. You get Marana or John. You get or Roy Clay. You do it so. Or Roy or Clay. You do it so, you do a car. I call your general. I call the Ukoni General. Occasionally, or an hour, Jim. Oh, now successfully able for you. Now, okay, you're born on you. Okay, you saw it overall. But I I'm a big cool. You couldn't be big on our panel. In the Batoraja, now a question about the Batoraja. It I to again really Diverano Jai Odion. Edam yo edam no de da wan be dorafa. Ide ta mama dani. Now ono jonanya e jona sama e ga na abo. Ono do da fa no number 2. Me no me say so wa. Me da we be jona sama o je egbe. Na do interview na ba le ko yi school wa ajian to yo se gbe jian da. Very good. Now okay yes okay ba to ba wo re moto mo re. Mana ye no da ye no. No one was doing but they not one only Diveka, Divera, Idumaso, Eda Bologio overall number 2, 3 Eda Dia. No, idio makrep manomada showa.
Be kimye ni da team no jare be sunu na jare.
Ebe ta ke yo my goge. Ma kifonia onwa beje kitera eda akufo wa no abu olojewu egwa. Mana ago ma bono jane eni rewe gbe ni kudu rewe gbe geso wa. Emi yeni ko rewe gbe ono wo para tuje. Na work na ye number 2 number everybody what I got the number 1 ma gra action wa
Be man say like Amedo Shania ego J I know don't know ni be so kuda chike uzukuni just Amedo Shan
na eronia du gona wo sama overall ero se ho wa si egbe o ma na ya ro din no du gbe overall wasi efa amna do kware amana na o wa ye no o ya go baro okoduwa no wa ri wa do kware oda rojo overall bi o gbegbe wa se fanjo do ka fanjo o se ojo bi fa no gbegbe dun na wa gbegbe se kokoko
bejo gma lenia egbe keke si debe kaji rebe e lojo be mo jire ajo ko ni para bi o kon kida ani wa wa ke jana na o kida bi azan gbe odo are ke o do ka pa e yo da lojo ni an e jire ata gba e mo ya
e diwera e no so diweka
azeba no ribo e mo jana dada ro so to
ayegwa
egwai ebi no jaro we se ka gwe ka wo yan ge ni do ka lojo ko ni
ye ya se ka se gwa
we no ta ma na ge onanya e to be mo na gbo na okay oni ojo ma ma gbo ye no ta kere and we ata kere ata no ata kere ya ida yo oni ojo si do e ka no chen ojo so gbe di ka o so gbe di so o so gbe di ko ni gbegbe na wa kamuna o le ma ki gbo le ta ona o ido to na aba ara
bokamba
ile we akagbo tafia makwa egbo je tene mo
ke ti o ya osibe eri
okay mo no jona me were mo alo kore kere pesere sunu ya de ma we to boy boy wa be jo were sunu ti
okay mo no de shit na ne 2021 men da wojo dueka me da me ogboki oselection ma bi so opa ma ko me da gbo na odun so group then ida ni asu Ukoni asiho kise ni ida me number 2 me na me kere John okay then an me kere ki junior me kida osana bebe ye sisi me yo number 2 bono ni kise pe me aki ai number 1 me da ha mo be e ka me ye di ta ma emi ni azen emi ni adana ni na ro me da mo bo ni so de ma kisi ko suwe ya le ye wale ye on me la school oli wo ki jom ni ma ka gbe boy we a ka te ni oni da ye me do la school la jom ake ni de boy on wo me do la school no bi e chama de ka lọ́dún ko ni da o kita ma o le ba ni o da no ta ma o yo gbe ki da ho o le ba ni me da bo na ta ma e wa no ta ma gbe ki da re o be ki ze o me yo le ho ni ma mo bu ga do de ma da ko e ba ikole amako Ukoni bibika Ukoni zebe we na ki mo gbe na da na aki
tudi okowela na vai ado install bob na kese dani ada chonwe isama ma dime ka lo jon ko ni na wa ni no yo le sebo aha ejo ijahi me ki no ijahi wa settle anybody jahi ni ọmọ government lo ọmọ chieftaincy ẹgbàlẹ base àwọn sábàjọ ti ẹgbàlẹ bá Ukoni ọyọsẹni dàmú náà ẹdẹ ìyọmọ ẹwọn ìyọmọ ìkíni ẹyọmọ ẹgbẹ nígbà sábàlọ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ẹgbẹ ó kà ń mẹjọ nígbà tó sábàlọ nípasẹ̀ bá bọ́ọ̀lù ọ̀rẹ́ àkè ànìmẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ yàrá ẹ̀mí àkè àbẹ̀rẹ̀ yàrá náà mẹ́rin tàmà ìrorò experience náà ní ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ this ọjọ́ṣe náà Ukoni ìtú Ukoni àti ìdúmẹ́ka ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ́dáta ni.
Èèwọ̀ kí bẹ̀ yọ ìdúmẹ́ka ẹ̀yẹ ìlú Ukoni là bí kírọ̀ níta.
Eva by challenging the Ukoni, but with this operation, with this sensing name Otona, Mama, only Vasama Tari Ukoni.
Now they are a high bareva, yeah, or you cook for the cocoa. In the car, in so sorry, don't even the show. Ono vale amutongo vai iwokie so nyoto eso nyoto aye due ka be ko se ni da ye ko we no se ele ke mo we no se bagana mi gbegbedo nya ri mi no jario ebu meke woni ebu ke sa re ta na de ge re na ebu o ni me ebu o de ye ni fe ke wono ta na na
o ka ma de u mo se be e jo re na one mo na ha mi lu ìbátá máa mẹ́rin mẹ́rin náà okòwé àsìnàbà tí ìbátá máa mẹ́rin dàsàbọ̀ ní ìnàbà tí mẹ́rin náà tí ìbátá máa mẹ́rin dàsàbọ̀ lọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta rẹ̀ lẹ́bọ̀ kí jẹ́ nígbà dàtà máa mẹ́rin ní àṣẹ ayọ̀ ìbá ẹ̀ta máa mẹ́ the condition mẹ́rin báyìí ní àkísí nọ́mbà 2 àmì ní àkísí nọ́mbà 1 ẹ̀dà gbẹ̀rẹ̀ dàlọ́ ìbátá máa mẹ́rin. Mais là, ça va de toi avec Dani, ne va ko, mais ne va voir, mais là, ça va de lui. Mais là, on est à Mavania. Il y a une immigrant qui m'a fait, mais il m'a mandaba. Bon, il joue, non, immigrant qui va venir, il vient avec Balégon. Ẹni ìjọba ẹ̀wọ́ yìí nígbà tí ó yẹ ìwé ìlọ́jọ́ àṣìwọ̀n jù lákẹ́rẹ̀ bọ́sọ̀mọ́ náà dá kí kẹ́ àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ ọ̀hẹ́ ìjà yìí ní kóòtù ìjà yìí 2 positions ọmọ wọn pẹ́ pàrọ̀ gbà ẹ̀yẹ ọdún ọ̀dà another self down ní àmì ọ̀wẹ̀wẹ̀ ní ìtàlẹ́gẹ̀ ìdúnwọ̀ wẹ̀wẹ̀ ní ìlú náà ọ̀rẹ́ ìbọn ẹ̀bá mi ń ta máa mi ẹ̀mẹ́ta ho ẹ̀bù ìbẹ́ hàn ẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ àjọ̀dọ̀ mẹ́yìn mẹ́ta sàbọ̀jọ́ immigrant mẹ́kì mẹ́yìn lọ́mọ mẹ́yìn kò.
we do ka wa ilé wa kata ma bi wa wani waje bi do ka ani waje bi do ka
nana mujana me di kipo okota ko inegbenu se awon so sanu bla ojo eyi wa le dore o yahoo oyi a bribe osanu bla rere no ria beke oni do kana me mo bia ta ona me ka sweli no se me o jire ni me re wan se na me ba yi wona na che odewi wona re ori obi o kebu wa ozeva me le ni we are just for test and get ige keke ọ̀nọ̀dọ̀ dé mẹ́gbẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́ ní kókókó ọ̀nù kò ní nánà tànà mi lọ́ kéré èka náà bá gbọ́ ọmọ ànábà ọ̀nì ìdúró Jonathan ní ọ̀nà àjẹ́ nàdá mi wẹ̀ àfọ́ọ̀rẹ́ náà ẹ bọ́nà bí sẹ́mà lè àgà ẹ̀rẹ́ ní ọ̀hátó ìgèka bí ìmọ̀ mọ́sọ̀dì pẹ̀lú ọ̀dà tí ìgèka bí mọ́sọ̀dì ọ̀rẹ́rẹ́ ìdúró èka ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀nẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ ààyè rẹ̀ Uromi ìdí ìgbẹ́ ríwọ̀ efàjọ́ ọ̀ríwọ̀ ìdíwé kwẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀ríwọ̀ dẹ́ Ukoni ọ̀ríwọ̀ ìnàrẹ̀wé gbé ìní ọdẹ àbò omi òun àkí àbọ́pá ìnọ̀pá bí ẹ̀wà wẹ́kì nyẹ́ rìnà ọ̀nàkà ẹ̀yẹ ẹ̀jọ́ ẹ̀bọ̀ rẹ̀ di ayẹ́ màrẹ̀wé gbé ọ̀pá máàkí ìdí ọmọ rẹ̀ zàrẹ̀ Ukoni dẹ́ ọ̀nì ìdíwọ̀ Jonathan ìgbàkẹ́ yẹ ní nàbàá ní gbàgbọ́ ajáyọ àgbọ̀ bí gbàkẹ́ bá ọ̀nàdà àgbàrẹ́ kérégé èèyàn mà èèkòkò yẹn kùgbé èzù dúnú ẹgbẹ́ ní àgbọ̀ àtàlọ́ ìgbàkẹ́ yẹ bá hẹ̀bú ẹ̀ta yẹ ìgbàkẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yẹ ní nàbàá rẹ̀ Ukoni àdá ẹ̀dá ní ẹ̀bọ́n sí látọ̀ ìgbàkẹ́ bí ẹ̀ àrèdò ọ̀kíní hamira ayọ́ bẹ́gbà kọ́wé rẹ́bì history agbáre náà bẹ́tẹ̀rẹ̀ mọ̀nà èrè ọjọ́ máa yọ èrè nyójé ni máa kéré ìdúmọ̀dáfẹ́ máa lè kẹ́rẹ̀ bẹ́ òzòròzòrò ọ̀rọ̀ máa náà bá ọ̀kíní hamira dé bẹ́jọ ọjọ́ sọ àtàyẹ̀ ni ọ̀nì tí ìgbẹ́rù máta náà ni ọdún náà bẹ ní ọ̀nà Ukoni nẹ̀mínà yìí ṣe é ìdúwẹ̀ káre ní bẹ́jọ ọjọ́ sọ́wọ́gbẹ́ èrè mi ìgẹ́rẹ̀ kẹ́rin ní ìrẹ̀ ọ̀bọ̀tì ọ̀ṣun Ukoni náà ẹ̀bọ́ lákìrẹ̀ ẹ̀bọ́ dá hàn ẹ̀rọ yẹ ebi lọ́wọ́ mi dá hàn ẹ̀rọ rí gẹ̀ ẹ̀rẹ́ bọ́ tọ́rọ́ tánà nìyà ìrísí ìwé ìrìbọ̀ wẹ̀ ayẹ́rẹ́ ayọ́ is not a reasonable something not ayọ̀rẹ́ ìtaari ebe ẹ̀rọ mẹ̀sẹ̀rẹ̀ ìní ẹ̀rọ mẹ̀sẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ̀yọ́ ìní àmìọ̀rẹ̀ kẹ́ ọ̀nà ọ̀dọ́ àgbàdì táyì ní ayọ̀rẹ́ àbámẹ́ta máa mẹ́ ọ̀rìwọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ àbáhàdìwọ́ náà rẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ náà pàtó ọ̀nà ọ̀rẹ́ zẹ́rẹ́ nílẹ̀ ayọ̀dà lọ́rẹ́ so mi kéré dà ẹ̀ màmá ayọ̀rẹ́ ní amúhàn zọ̀zọ̀ màmẹ́ pàdà lọ ìní àmẹ́ ẹ̀gọ́ ọ̀rẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀nà àmàdà mẹ́ra ayọ̀ náà hùn ya ẹ̀mí àjáníà ákẹ́ àhìn ẹ̀rọ kíkẹ́ máa gògé ọ̀nà sáná bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́rẹ́rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ abẹ́dọ́kánìà abẹ́dọ́kẹ́ gògé pọ̀tọ̀jọ́ àṣẹ́gbẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀yọ̀rọ̀ wẹ̀hẹ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀wẹ̀ ayẹ̀dẹ̀ ọ̀rẹ́ fàájọ́ ìrì ọ̀nà wúkẹ́ kẹ́kẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀ orí wọn náà láti ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ èyí ni wọ́n yẹ èrè mọ́ jẹ́ náà sí èyí yẹn náà bẹ́ẹ̀ gògé bẹ́ẹ̀ fà éyí igi soso ọ̀pá náà ọjọ́ àṣẹ́gbẹ́gbẹ́ èrè èrè mi ọ̀nà amákìlá yọ ọ̀nà èmi ọ̀hán àmà ẹ̀rọ ọjà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe èmi náà sọ́rí abẹ́gbẹ́ ara hùmí ọ̀rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ́nà bá wọ̀ wá ta sọ́nà bá wá yẹn náà rí pàṣẹ́àlìsì náà rí pọ́lítíṣì wíwọ́n ọmọjọ́ ọ̀nà amára yọ má sòdàgbà rẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gàdà mi ẹ bá rẹ̀ lọ́nà ìmìnira kan náà dà mí ẹ̀gẹ́ ọ̀kọ́kọ̀ fún wẹ́gbẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́sẹ̀ mọ̀dá àtọ̀nọ́tọ̀nà wàbú òkèsán.
Yeah, we just come back from Medweka now, and you've seen the eldest man from Medweka, Mr. Osigbe, saying that such a thing has never happened, that he's supposed to be the senior person in Ukoni today, being denied, and he has cried to the whole world to please look at the injustice that is being done unto him. You've seen his rally, or what we call Ikebele, also decrying the injustice being met to the community, as well as the senior among the Irene, still saying the same thing. And after Idumeka again, we took a stroll to Idumera to find out how, or whatever they want to tell us again about the experiences of this issue. Please watch again as we go to Idumera to take a sample of their opinions again. Thank you very much. Watch.
Esan da yo maka iwaja ni makika ni video ka ta fo ni ene bo video ra mo do le ta gba to e mo ilo jono ri o to Ukoni e be se ma bo to ne mi na ige a mi ge iji no me amo egbo fo ara mi awa gbo gan ho oni yi ni ko wa ru to reaction ade mo no kirige be sa o odo o ipare li Odion makle ba ni o si Ukoni na hapana yo ge Ikeke do arrivo rondona ma da fege no sana ragma ge dume ka dume ra bi dume so isabalu odukuni bi otokuni ma ge ofo ni ze ba ina ma se mi la ta mata na jama ge ibe jaro orisuno bi ma oni na oyi ge na onde e jasha oyire ne ma wona ne ge e mata orari e bo ke wona mi amemi awate mata e bo e ge so uga ki vai zo ki vai ki na da ne gbe o big man so ko ni pa o ma le amie e ma ye na ma ri bi dume ra na ma ho ma bo na ba ma so ta ju onemo na bi osi ugari bi uto ukunda Babulu, mais non, il y a une marine de Igo TV, London, UK, Manini, Abamata. Yeah,
Bah, my doing
Eli Waka, Mama.
My Thomas Aqua.
Okay.
No, we do around Kuni.
Onemona Bugai, Naya, Gilo Jona. The one Matavo, Biju, Yen, Sepicano, some says,
Okay. My Lord, no, Kokun of Wani. Oh, Kiki la Lord, no, now, Joe, the Nina, Ohan, at the old say you, Navy. Okay, I never do again. If you're again, I tie all way by Ukoni, Ukoni Ukoni, Papano, or one is bear. Ije keke ono do de dan vai in ancient time na dore nye ije idun keke osamani duwe hananya we are from Benin ona cho iduwe na oriano eni oriano
Ira, Oriano.
Duwe ra
Okay.
oriano ele bi isen ile do pa ra ya do gwa ni life be ore mo pa no asha agbawo ni ejigbe da fure agbana osha jegbe wo da fure oriwo then ekivai idiwera odion ni egbe bibi isena diwera oda nyewo ni idiwera ma ye this aba na bo yi I think I'm mo pa de va okuji ni abedosha oni o pa de omo pa de va danye okuje obodo na fa don oni paze ya this aba oni paze na uveti na utako oni paze sa and me beze be ara ti ye na ogbara me do kan gbegbe ni an ino kuje ya mo be na re mi ro won ade e ka de ni ri akose e ke da vai keke ele no kan ni gben vai ba me do sha eriwe ni na ono kujena ade ka de ni re nye ni ki akere e veve then wonu konina sama ada kinke e monek mana ma ene disabara e veve abi disaba so gba ni ewu yi gbigbe ene duro bodo agbade e veve duro bodo gbigbe o sama ada kinke mano konina e monek mana ma be Sivirota, si bon way ki omana. Iwa ba wa ni moka ni bi wa ira de le ka do mu yen gbo we na ko se mana do dagbare si ma ye iyeria ma wa e birota. Eyi ne o hen do re na wa de dani omo iweri bugbe. Ibare na wo ko were bi omi ono jo ni na ram de ono han na wa sa bo asia. Ira me bari o ye dage no se on la ki jomi ono jo. Yo.
Oh, yeah, see the mirror.
Oh, I know Sidmira. I will worry in it. Eki ba ye ka now.
Eki ni mirror, you know.
O ka lo di do ka now no ko gbe ni.
Okay.
Odion. E be ki ala ta ya. Mara sa ba lo Odion ni idun eso. Ila sa ba Odion ni. Ana ni idun eso ni. Di imani idun we ha. E ko pu ge idun eso na va don yen re na. E gbe pa ma.
Okay.
Iri azo Romeo Tarazo Gabi Zozoma or something like that. AC. And a basic revaye. A bar hanosa or is any city. You better are a sale of Avona. Bana Hanono Rivo. Not this in the worship with you. Nam you told it. I have one say, yeah. Abulaba. Abuka.
Abada wa kebo buta ba kere ara ya
Odion, Ukoni Ukoni, oye bon. E wo de ka wo fe, e se ye. Dada bike. Nada vai com a boarinha lona, ó lá, sabe o Ukoni pa, é que o Ukoni va. O mama na na querer o waive é do aquele o ino me amo gbo oi me e jeito ilé ìwé to na de abari ni chano se ore ada mi o ki a
o que dá por bem
mama no ya re to ina ni afi
Bejo ni mi ando na do mo bona do vai lá nya. Era isso. E kan fozu an bi ozu ko mi no sini wala bona na bi.
o do zugo o tome a biba o é o que dá to se tinha
Akidemi
Odion amudia ọ̀rẹ́ Odion ẹ̀rọ mú pàṣẹ bá irú ọmọdún pẹ̀sẹ̀ kakó wà náà dáadọ́ mú pàṣẹ bá irú ọmọdún rẹ̀. Ébọ̀ rẹ̀ di ayọ̀ ahẹ́ ayápò ọmọdún
ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà
ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà rẹ̀.
ude náà yẹ kí o ní adùn náà yẹn.
Èdè kílẹ̀dẹ̀ náà níjọ ọ̀bá rẹ̀ lẹ́nu.
ni abra e pa boya ko na be dovera hak mane alu kora e walu kora mo ko ma ke ake ta mo ke mane ba ko
Okay, ma
e ba ko na ba
Okay.
e jana kora
Ọ̀yọ́ hẹ́nu
e mo kora e wa mo alu ko e
okay. Mais bon, on nous courant gende. Ah, mais besoin de láti ça doit le courant. Wa gbebo no so ma dovera ma. Ma ki si agogo. Abi evan akuru courant il faut. Adi o ko bi do re rin panpan wa e ki to be jeje seto. Adi o hen ahon evan o ko wa na da van. O ki yin ko obo ise mi gbe ne. Wọ́n mi wo no rahuri ma se bo guy. Aki yo hin do ko na e ja da van oni enere. Oni ande ukura. Back ma kala no kura ye. Bosamani dowera mayu ukura we fadon. Mayo ubirum noke. Mayo be jamak moda boy ko. Egbe. Ini mara ikura. Egbe a sale nania ede kiolele. Ede akiwe remi adale adanyo o sonori amu kikunale. Oni ri aho akinde azolurie. Aboduware.
Lòdì òkun ẹ̀ màkánná.
Oni mara gonoje. Onogiro.
Gọ́nùkì fún múlẹ́lẹ́rì nàjọ́ ọkì mú àgàgà ẹ̀hẹ̀ tẹ̀sẹ̀ máa.
Azamauri. Afake guy keke idun keke. Ramdona oze mai da wana be gwa mai wana bi so no genia. Ayo nuru nuru do wana be gwa no genia mai wana mandem. Manu ko kun no ko wole gwa. Mai wana bo. Wole gwa Are mama ova.
Kuna na bezela wona be ma zela woti
E bezela da alo nu Qur'ani. Ni bi obi bi ore na egbe. Bi nare amo sho obo ba na go mo igbe oni ne do va mo nara to igbe amo mo igbe nare level thank you oza da alo
Máa sẹ́rẹ́ àkàrùrù yóò kọ̀.
onu o ko ni nare we ma ori o we sabo kando ma di duwe na kando
Máa ká lọ́kọ̀.
uro nare ndo ma pa kando
Jẹ́jẹ́rẹ́ irú ẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀
ni re na bo di o ko we
lábọ̀jọ́ mi kò ní àkàrọ̀ lọ́pọ̀.
the work of an artist.
Work of artist.
One year makidomu urobioko gonoje. Then a boss who need him the jonoje. Only that ore kwede. Bachona. This is a mortar. You can grind soup on it, cook it with pot, and eat. Pound it with this one mortar. Cook akpu. Bola na netwi isere oni idun o lagbe ewesan be mereta ma ba ado ton pa agbe wore na le lole artist me yo yin na wa gbe da yo
o fe mo
o he ma da e oge honore pa ma oya Bamboo, I'm no you. That is in the rain. Okay, with that. Ara.
Okay, vovo.
Ya ba.
So isa paki ebi aba ni mata ni ke leg mara bi onemo bonda barina asa kan be se ofe e we kan no na ni oju ko ni bi.
Yes.
Akene ugawo. Ya wala ni no jo ko ni ina
wala kan opo.
Àwọn do ni no na e kan opo ni orewo ni. Paki ko ni na wala kerege ma be ma se ba no se na ma se me ya yo yi ina wona ina ko no jo la ni ka ida ko no jo ba boya ga mane bo si dume so ba so ne ba ka bi dume kama ini noi bi sunu ani bi jala ko ya so no gi na wala ba ko isa
ba boya kire ba de o ono po wo ke stick are lopo
Ni bokano. Ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbórìrì àgbà pé wọ́n wọ́n ní gan kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́ orun ló kọ́ ara kàdọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ bóra orun ló kọ́ ara kàdọ̀ ọ̀yọ́ bóra ebe zan ń tọ́ ìwáyé dárí wọ́ra ìjà rẹ̀ ń dárí wí ń tọ́ mi dárí wọ́n ń káyọ̀ dárí wọ́n èyí rẹ̀ ń dárí. Àgbẹ̀lò ara yaba awo aba ebe awo gbara wa do anoma abogo boya ado.
Yeah, after finishing with Idumera, we went to another Idumo Odion to find out why such a law how such a law came about. And in the course of this Idumo Odion's issue, there was a drama. The man we met, first and foremost, insisted that we must not use video or camera in capturing him. Secondly, he made sure and mentioned that we must not mention his name in the course of whatever he's going to tell us. And again, to make the matter more confusing, he told us that even the laws that we are trying to make that maybe sideline from persons from becoming the elders in the community was even strange to him too. That he had never heard about it, he doesn't know how it came about. So we became curious to find out from him, because if we don't do that, it looks as if we are being sectional. We've interviewed one part, the second part, but the other part now became a problem. So we're not find out, at least if truly the man was sure of what he was saying, he was able to open up to the video, because you don't feel frightened or somehow when the camera is facing you, when you are saying the truth, you say it before the camera, before the world as it is. But when you not decide to shy away from the camera, it means you have a hidden motive behind you. And so long as you mention his name or bring out his picture, we have to respect that. But if in the future he wants or he denies whatever we are saying, he's very free to come up and challenge us about our findings. Now, this is the rounding up of the whole scenario. We've come to realize that this law that segregates a portion of Ukoni people from becoming the elders in Ukoni is a fabricated law made by a few for their own personal benefit. It is a law that has no historical backing. A very few people, I'm sure, made up their mind to instill that kind of fear, that kind of law into the people. You see, when you bring up injustice and it becomes unchallenged, it becomes the law from thenceforth. The reason we feel such a thing should not be done and should not be tried. My brother, you just heard what we have said about this issue. Please, I wanted to say on two things again, because as an Esan man, I know anything that happens in any part of Esan land happens to everyone in Esan land. Please, you want one or two things to add again? Maybe we are missing it, or when you feel one or two things we're not missing?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah,
in my first contribution, I make my contribution from a holistic perspective, a very broad view, as it affects the entirety of Esan land.
Good.
And while you were speaking, it was further narrow to Ukoni, one of our community in Uromi here, which we are using as a case study, as the case may be.
Okay, yeah.
Well, actually, in a situation how we meant it, when the elders die, the next persons take over. Okay. But adventure along the line, trying to know the person who happens to be the elders at that moment, there might be issues like this. You understand?
Yeah.
It is expected that the elders sit down, they do a thorough check. But there are still a situation wherein people will try to say, we are the real owner of the community. People may want to bring some stringent or some clauses into the process. I think since it's traditional, all we need to do is to look into how have they been living from the onset. Is this a clause just coming in, or it has been a norm? It has been what has been in existence in that particular community. If it be, they should stick to it. But if it is a clause that somebody just wants to bring in, probably he is not liking the fix of the person that may emerge from a particular clan, I think it should be expunged, it should be rejected, it should not be upheld. So Ukoni is a subset of the entire Uromi, and they are subjected to our reverend, our respected king.
Good.
The Uromi of Uromi land is vibrant, is upright, is transparent. I think if the issue linger more than this, they should bring it before him. And I believe him, it will not take him more to 30 minutes. It will unravel the truth and it will stay.
Wow, what a wonderful contribution. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
The Onoje is the owner of the community, of the kingdom. Everybody in the kingdom is subject to the Onoje. Meaning, if there is a crisis of this kind, the Onoje role is to make sure it is settled with justice. You just raised it, and I think I'm so proud of your contribution, because this is like a kind of a revelation that just came in through you.
Thank you.
I'm happy you just said it. To My Highness Zaiki, I think this issue too is giving us a kind of problem here in the studio. 2 years, your son too, one of your brothers too, just said we should maybe make the matter known to you. And in all humility, I beg in all honesty to please call these communities that are in crisis to order. Let them come down to the palace and let your word and the verdict supersede whatever that is the argument that is on ground now. Now, like when we interviewed the man from Idumira, he made mention that before now that people from Idumira have been elders in Ukoni community as well. Meaning, it is not a thing that had not been happening before. That this one that they are being segregated is new, but we are not defending anybody in this case now. We are only trying to bring the picture of the view of every community, or if each of the community or in the conflict to bear. We are trying to explain it better for everyone to understand. And I think the final thing you've just said is that the Highness, the Odion of Uromi, should call these people to order and put a final stop to it. And I think that's the best way to go about it. I'm so happy you are here, sir, today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ego TV is pleased with you for the contribution today.
I'm honored.
Thank you very much.
Privilege.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Isa makita afo banwe wo agmari ewatare bomasha na nozugubi ewoma na ye hato. Ami item tare bo aitobo. Ami ikware bo kian ibadage adage minofa. Adakono bi igirake odo wasi pere pepe dia okoya fia olera. Ewatare bo kian na na mbewo na miwo na ye to. Adena banwe wo isa igmari aje agmari ewatare bo no suma kian. Iwo devai utobe adebai oyigo na mebelu akbo bebe biye furi debai ebo wete ni kembo ne ta kera ko ade
Uru no sema omama sema gogo ni mere rota ni mere zoi na yo to Esan ofure ni manye makito makihawo bi no si Jesu chota ni mata na banwe awowo ebwere awahu ye wa levi Odion ba se egbe le na domie ulodion sukie abo se san sabore ayupe dopa o uza no pa àwọn awowo we da na re ni shando to Esan da fure na da che ebo ane ekine babi san akise san aye moye aye gbe bajima re no to Esan no semana shan to Uromi no semana shan be jada mi okichi ebo na hiyo okifuma re bebe abulo
omo bo akome akome
thank you
mabuta sinya bonele na oboche uzano ba degbo omo no se ba
Prince Joseph Ojihebolo onukele bagbe ugigi
na no omo no se ba Sunday ehimari inebiduse Ego TV London UK ba kewe bogesa ba bulo